Steelers football is definitely a staple in my house. My dad was born and raised in Italy. Upon coming over to the States in the late 60s, he learned about American football and then obviously became a diehard fan through the 70s and all the Super Bowl wins. And I was born in 75, right in the middle of all that, so I just got swept along.
As young as I remember, my dad's been a Steelers fan my whole life. I probably am obsessed, almost more than him. I'm crazy about football, thanks to my dad. That's the reason why.
I was one of those kids that growing up always played Army. Upon graduating, I became a private investigator outside the Philadelphia area for a while and was just super bored. At the time, the Army was giving a loan repayment program, so basically I joined and I couldn't have been happier that I did. I loved every second of being in the military, honestly.
David Bogo served 5 years in the United States Army as a military police staff sergeant from 1999 to 2004. He saw combat in both Afghanistan and Iraq. It was during this time Bogo put his name on the Steelers season ticket wait list.
So I got out, coincidentally at the same time, the government was looking for senior security consultants to work overseas in these high-risk areas. I worked for the State Department and protected Americans in the city of Baghdad. We protected all politicians, aid workers, anything that you could think of like that in the city of Baghdad and Iraq overall.
Bogo found ways to spend time with his family virtually, while also sharing their love of the Steelers.
You know, the Steelers and my kids and my family, it's very homey to me. If I was available, I was watching the game no matter what time it was in the morning. My family would put the webcam at the TV itself, and then I could stream it on like a FaceTime or whatever. You know, it just brings me back there so we can still share that experience, whether I'm there or not. We watched the game kind of together and still had a part of their lives as much as I could over the next years, given the technology that we had for sure.
Bogo returned to the States in 2009 and continued working in private security, first in Houston, Texas, then Denver, Colorado. During these years, he began suffering from PTSD.
I spent over 5 years in a combat zone. It did come with some consequences. I have a pretty broke body now. I am a disabled combat veteran, and I do suffer from PTSD. I do suffer from high anxiety, high sensitivity. The last couple years, my body has been breaking down a little bit more than most people's, and mental, memory, things like that, some PTSD related things have started to affect me personally. So basically, last year I was going through a very bad divorce and going through some issues.
Earlier this year, 2 decades after he put his name on the season ticket list, Bogo received word his wait was over.
When the tickets came through for the Steelers, it was basically a sign to me saying, hey, you know what? Let's just forget all this negativity. Let's go to a place that I want to live. In Denver, I was living there with my 2 daughters and my granddaughter, and really that's all we had in the area. So I basically said, let's do this. I quit my corporate job, basically with no notice, and took the tickets and ran here to Pittsburgh, which I've been here ever since.
Bogo's dedication to his country, family, and football team led his daughter to nominate him as the 2023 Steelers Fan of the Year.
Yeah, so I have the Steelers app on my phone. I got the notification. It was like, time to nominate your Fan of the Year. I was sitting in the backseat of the car with my little sister and my daughter, and I showed her the notification. I'm like, should we nominate Dad? That would be really cool. And she's like, you know what, we should do it. So we're sitting in the backseat whispering, typing what we should answer each question, and submitted it. And then I didn't even think anything of it. And then I got the call that he won, and I was in my dining room and I just started crying. So for something good to happen like that we could surprise him with and be that we did for him almost, and fought for him to win, is so deserving, and I was just so ecstatic.
Before the Titans game, Bogo was surprised by Steelers tight end Pat Freiermuth.
David.
Yes.
You are the Fan of the Year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You were nominated by your daughter. and we are going to send you to the Super Bowl. So congratulations, man. Thank you for your support. You don't believe me?
I don't know, man. It was a lot of confusion because I did not understand what was going on at all. I didn't know what it meant. You know, my dad was there, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's
You can hold
happening.
over there.
Are you guys sure you got the right person? 'Cause
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
this is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me. And I've been in some crazy situations, but for me, this is the most out there. I'm more comfortable in a combat zone than I am right here, right now. I hate to tell you that.